Island School Awards Ceremony for 2018. On behalf of the school, we would like to thank all our invited guests and parents for making the time to be with us today for such a special occasion. Invited guests, I'm just going to repeat what Ms. Craig said just as emphasis. We are fortunate to have Ms. Si, our resident photographer, with us. So if you would like a copy of any of the photos taken today, please contact the school. Please refrain from using your mobile devices. So to begin today's award ceremony, we have a wonderful performance by the Wiz Jazz Band with Can't Stop the Feeling.
Today I feel very honoured to stand here in front of you as students, parents, faculty and alumni. And today we will acknowledge the achievements of exceptional students who have made both the school and their parents very, very proud. Every person in this room is worthy. Every person in this room can be recognised for something, because none of us would exist as West Island School without each other. You all have unique talents, qualities and attributes that make us the community that we are today. And I would like to congratulate everybody in this room for where you have got to in this moment in time on your journey. And for some in this assembly, we will recognise their particular talent, which is marked out, and will provide examples to us as a school for the contributions to self, to others, which go above and beyond. And we gathered here not just to celebrate those achievements, but to give due regard to the values which these awards exemplify. community, courage, commitment, consideration and compassion. Some of you will be recognised for your academic progress today, for your progress in learning about service, for your contribution to local and global communities. But all of you, whether you come to this stage or not, are recognised by me and the faculty here for this one thing in common. You have given your personal best, and none of us could ask for anything.
Thank you. I'd like to ask the Creative Arts Awards winners to come forward. May I also ask you as an audience, please, could you hold your applause until I have read all of the faculty award winners today up to the end of the Outstanding Student of the Year. And that goes for every faculty as well. Thank you. For Visual Arts and Design, in recognition of their outstanding ability and commitment in art and design, Anna Wu, Year 9. Please hold your applause. Jocelyn Choi, Year 11, Visual Arts and Design. Nicholas Chung, Year 13, Visual Arts and Design, IB, Diploma. And Alex Lawler Price, Year 13, Visual Arts and Design, BTEC. For dance, Ginny Ding, Year 11, in recognition of her holistic commitment and artistry in dance. For drama, Zachary Downey, Year 9, in recognition of his holistic commitment and dedication in drama. Year 11, Amanda Nathan, Drama, in recognition of her outstanding awareness of drama, both practically and cognitively. In Year 13, for IB Theatre, Colin Mack, in recognition of his creative endeavour and mastery of a wide range of drama skills and techniques. Congratulations to the drama and visual arts students. I move on to the Pre-16 Performer of the Year. This is awarded to someone in recognition of her outstanding characterization and maturity of artistic interpretation, creating meaning and atmosphere in performance. Sela Caldwell. Post-16 Performer of the Year, in recognition of her creative resilience, a dynamic vision, and artistic drive, Rose Lorison. For film studies, Victoria Huang, in recognition of her excellent skills in research and analysis, and has developed superb creative responses to her coursework tasks, Year 11. For film studies in Year 13, Kimberly Choi, in recognition of her approach to learning in film studies. Kimberly has been a consistently passionate and perceptive film student in her 2 years of IB film study. She shows unparalleled levels of enthusiasm in every class. Through writing her own film blog, asking critical questions and honing her practical skills, she has demonstrated her love for the art of film and has emerged as a motivated and creative young filmmaker and analyst. A long citation, but worth it. For music, in Year 9, Aditya Shrisan Karan, in recognition of outstanding performance on drum kit and percussion and contribution to West Island School and the English Schools Foundation music events. Natasha Tate, Year 11, for music, in recognition of her achievement and development as a musician throughout the IGCSE music course. Natasha has improved her skills and knowledge significantly in the areas of music composition, performance, and music evaluation through hard work, practice, and reflection. Natasha is also recognised for her work supporting the music department and others' performances. For Music Diploma IB, Georgia Clayton. This is in recognition of Georgia's outstanding achievements in music. Georgia is a scholar and an accomplished musician who has earned subject distinction in performance, composition and musical perception in the International Baccalaureate High-Level Music course. Georgia is also honoured for her commitment and exemplary leadership of the Circle in the Water Arts Committee. For Pre-16 Musician of the Year, Adrian Cho, in recognition of his outstanding achievement in IGCSE music, skillful, sensitive and advanced technique playing drum kit, and exemplary contribution, attendance and support for the jazz band and anime band. Post-16 Musician of the Year, Zach Sawyer-Coffey. In recognition of his achievements in music, Zach is an outstanding musician and composer whose work is defined by creative thinking and innovation, using highly advanced music technology techniques combined with a sophisticated knowledge of music. Zach produces music which is already of a professional industry standard. Zach is destined for international music success. Finally, for the Outstanding Student of the Year in the entire Creative Arts faculty, this award goes to Miss Katie Coe. This is in recognition and high regard for Katie's dedication to the study of visual arts and fashion design. Katie is an exemplary artist, experimental, innovative, and passionate about learning and creating art. She has been relentless in seeking work experience with fashion industry professionals, developing her knowledge in fine art and design skills. Katie is also a dancer, ballet dancer with 14 years of training, and on top of this trains 4 times a week and has reached advanced level 2 for her ballet. Katie, you are highly regarded by the Creative Arts faculty, and we commend you. Congratulations.
It gives me great honour to recognise the following students for their accomplishments in English. Stanley Yu in Year 8. In recognition of his exemplary approach and attitude, Stanley is an observant and reflective student. He engages fully with texts and topics, asking pertinent questions, and produces imaginative and effective writing. Seela Caldwell in Year 9. In recognition of her insightful understanding and appreciation of literature. Seela showed maturity and sensitivity when engaging with texts. She offers thought-provoking ideas and discussions, and written work is carefully crafted. Tiffany Chung in Year 11. In recognition of her outstanding achievements in this subject. Tiffany's writing is consistently perceptive and engaging. She demonstrates a keen understanding of language and its effects. Selena Meyer, Year 11. In recognition of her curious mind and strong work ethic. Selena is an inquisitive and perceptive student. She consistently produces work that engages and informs, explores and entertains, and questions and challenges. Nishta Banavalakar, in Year 13. In recognition of her analytical and creative skills, Nishta strives for excellence in all work and brings this out in others. Her work and ethos has been exemplary, and we very much hope she keeps writing in the future. Kimberly Choi in Year 13. In recognition of excellence in the study of IB language and literature. Kimberly demonstrates maturity and sophistication in her interpretations. She communicates her ideas with flair and passion. Finally, the outstanding student of the year in English is Georgie Clayton in Year 13. In recognition of her exceptional approach to learning. Georgie is committed, decisive, and thorough in her approach. Written work is thoughtful and intelligent. She has worked tirelessly, and she is a truly talented student, which we know will do great things in the future. Can I ask her
for English for academic purposes to come to the front, please. Social anthropologist Wade Davis calls language a flash of the human spirit. A long time before him, Charlemagne said to have another language was to have another soul. And at EAP, we're proud to support the growing numbers of bilingual and multilingual students at West Island, and we have students who pursue several languages alongside their academic English. We're delighted to recognize in Year 7, Anirudh Rajesh, in recognition of his maturity, his dedication to learning, his insightful ideas, and his proactive reflection on the farm and using every opportunity to improve his learning. Isaac in Year 11, in recognition of his independence, his responsibility for learning, his maturity, and his diligent approach to skills across his subjects and languages. In Year 13, to Denise Yu, in recognition of her perseverance, her dedication to acquiring a high degree of academic language across IB subjects, and her approach to IB skills. And finally, last but not least, our EAP ambassador, our motivator, Kenton Lai, who bakes cupcakes when he's stressed. Outstanding student of the year in EAP, in recognition of his work ethic, resilience, constant improvement in IGCSE, is commended for his care of his peers, providing sugar at the right times, his mature relationship with his teachers.
Award winners. I'm going to be giving 2 awards. The first one is the Learning Achievement Award. It's given to students who have demonstrated exceptional commitment and contribution to personal and academic growth. It is with this in mind that the following students have been selected. Year 9, Karis Caldwell, in recognition of her outstanding commitment to her studies and her enthusiastic manner to learning. In Year 13, Rachel Young, in recognition of her commitment to developing her academic, vocational, and personal skills. Rachel is open to suggestions and guidance. The other recipient of the award is Sophia Tarana Thompson, who can be with us today. It's for her continued conscientious approach to work. Sophia has an excellent work ethic, resilience, and enthusiasm. The next 2 award is the Thomas Spirit Award, which is to pay tribute to Thomas, an inspirational student who embraced the spirit, challenges, opportunities presented to him in order to fulfill his potential. It is with this in mind that the 2 students have been selected. Sumer Gazet, in recognition of his outstanding progress with his studies and organization whilst maintaining a positive and friendly approach to others. And Brian Chu, Year 13, in recognition of his commitment to his learning. Brian has taken a proactive approach to his studies and is always supportive and positive towards others. Congratulations.
Natasha Tate, Year 11 Business Studies, in recognition of her hard work and integrity which she brings to every lesson, leading to great collaboration in the past and an excellent standard of work. Lucas Duggan, Year 13 Business Studies, in recognition of his professional approach to all classwork and coursework tasks, striving for the best at all times and being a mature, positive role model to have in class. Molly O'Neill, Year 13 Business Studies, in recognition of her dedication and attitude towards her IB course and extended essay, which was approached professionally and with full enthusiasm. Tiffany Chum, Year 11 Critical Thinking, in recognition of her outstanding commitment to the course. Jocelyn Choi, Year 11 Economics, in recognition of outstanding level of work over the 2 years and consistently demonstrating excellence in her approach to assessment and learning. Rabir Mirapuri, Year 13 Economics, in recognition of his commitment and passion in economics. He has repeatedly demonstrated thorough subject knowledge and uses his excellent critical thinking skills. Bree Chappell, Year 9 Geography, in recognition of her focus and commitment. Bree is a natural geographer. She she has consistently achieved a high standard of work and is always enthusiastic in class. Edward Hudson, Year 11 Geography, in recognition of his outstanding achievement in geography throughout the IGCSE course, for his hard work and enthusiasm, his positive contributions to group discussions and his genuine interest in geography. Katrina Chang, Year 13 Geography, in recognition of her outstanding achievement in geography throughout both the IGCSE and Diploma courses. Katrina has worked diligently and always reflects her effort in her work to find ways to improve. Katrina is an exceptional geographer. Jing Yu Chu, Year 11 Global Perspectives, in recognition of her dedication and imposition as a global perspective student. She's worked hard in all aspects of the course, is a strong team leader and has an inquiring mind. Navia Kapoor, Year 13 Global Politics, in recognition of her outstanding level all year, producing well-considered work that demonstrates her exceptional understanding of global politics and research skills. Nia Agarwal, Year 7 History, in recognition of her exceptional level of understanding and analysis for a student of this age. Nia has provided remarkably insightful ideas in class discussion, and she consistently produces work that has high levels of detail and analysis. Tanushree Banerjee, Year 11 History, in recognition of her exceptionally hard efforts in developing an excellent appreciation of the ideas we've been studying. In class, she is very attentive in discussion, providing thoughtful analysis. Colin Mack, Year 13 History, in recognition of his tireless efforts to improve his analytical skills and become an engaged historian. Tom Cochran, Year 11 Learning for Life, in recognition of his commitment and maturity, Tom is a positive role model for other students. In Learning for Life, he is always engaged, thoughtful and inquisitive. Annika Chung, Year 9 Philosophy and Religious Studies, in recognition of her work in PRS, which is consistently thoughtful, leading to outcomes of a high standard. She also spent a significant amount of her own time and resources creating an intricate piece of art for her assessment. Rebecca Yetman, Year 11 Philosophy and Religious Studies, in recognition of her commitment and passion for the subject. She's repeatedly demonstrated thorough subject knowledge and uses her excellent critical thinking skills to evaluate religion and belief. Cameron Carmichael, Year 11 Philosophy and Religious Studies, in recognition of his approach to learning. Cameron is a gifted student who embodies what it means to be a philosopher. Kyle Kelleher, Year 13 Psychology, in recognition of his outstanding achievement in psychology. Kyle's insightful contributions and interest in psychology have been appreciated immensely. And the Outstanding Student of the Year for IMS goes to Rowan Eiffel in recognition of her enthusiastic approach to economics since the beginning of her IB course. Her participation in the class shows that she reads around the subject outside the classroom, and she's to be wholeheartedly commended on her plans to get an economics club up and running. Rowan has also embraced the study of psychology with enthusiasm and is keen to share her ideas and insights with others. She is driven by an interest in understanding the world around her and different perspectives. Rowan is commended for her proactive approach to her studies. Congratulations to all.
Good morning, everyone. Zhao Shan Hao, bonjour, buenos dias, buongiorno, guten tag. Here are the Languages Awards winners. First up, Shuhan Kao, Year 7 Chinese. In recognition of his passion and dedication to learn Chinese and his excellent progress since the beginning of Year 7. Radhika Bhatia, Year 9 Chinese. In recognition of her passion, dedication and commitment to learn Chinese and her excellent progress. Nitish Aswani, Year 11 Chinese. In recognition of his effort, dedication and commitment to learn Chinese. Evangeline Ng, Year 12 Chinese. In recognition of her enthusiasm and sustained effort in learning Chinese. Marcus Wu, Year 7 French, in recognition of his outstanding commitment to French. Gareth Choi, Year 11 French, in recognition of his proficiency and his constant desire to improve. Lucy Puttock, Year 12 French, in recognition of her outstanding approach to learning and drive to succeed in all aspects of her French. Trisana Rajesh Nanda, Year 9 Spanish, in recognition of her commitment to excellence in Spanish. Edward Hudson, Year 11 Spanish, in recognition of his commitment to excellence at IGCSE Spanish. Carl Kelleher, Year 13 Spanish, in recognition of his commitment to excellence in IBDP. And finally, the outstanding student of the year in languages is Roshan Rawani. Is the first student from a non-Chinese background to study the first language Chinese course at WIS. Recently, Roshan was awarded 3rd place in the 66th Hong Kong Speech Festival, the Chinese poem category. The Hong Kong Speech Festival is the most influential and prestigious speech competition in Hong Kong in terms of the number of schools attending and the standard of the language skills required. Roshan was the youngest student in his group, beating many local students who were native Chinese speakers. This is an amazing achievement for Roshan. Well done.
Thank you and good morning. Another bumper year for mathematics at West Island. But what strikes me most about the students I'm about to introduce to you, as they walk up and prepare themselves, is their sense of balance and humility in their success. Conquering our own ego is one of life's toughest challenges. And although we celebrate their achievements here today, we should also acknowledge the selfless support, help and encouragement they and so many more of you give each other on a daily basis. Thank you all. And thank you to the mathematics teachers who craft the lessons that help you succeed. I will now introduce the students we are recognising today. In Year 9, in recognition of achieving the top spot in Year 9 for the UK MT Intermediate Maths Challenge and qualification for the UK MT Intermediate Mathematical Olympiad, Sunny Choi. In recognition of a top place in Year 8 last year for the UKMT Junior Mathematics Challenge, a distinction, medal and book prize in the UKMT Junior Mathematical Olympiad and qualification for the UKMT Intermediate Mathematical Olympiad, Year 9 Anna Wu. In recognition of a top place in Year 11 for the UKMT Intermediate Maths Challenge and distinction in the UKMT Intermediate Mathematical Olympiad from Year 11, Tanushree Banerjee. In recognition of his excellent performance in the British Mathematical Olympiad Round 1 in Year 12, Harry Hurd. In recognition of his distinction in the British Mathematical Olympiad Round 1 from Year 13, Hao Cheng. All of the competitions I've spoken about are world-renowned challenges, with only the top couple of hundred worldwide taking the Olympiad papers. But our outstanding student in mathematics this year, in recognition of his full marks in the British Mathematical Olympiad Round 1 and a distinction in the British Mathematical Olympiad Round 2, he is one of the top handful of maths students around the world. But more than that, he is just a really, really nice guy. From Year 15, Bruce Hu.
I could ask the sports awards winners to come to the stage, please. And as they do, just to let you know, it really is a very difficult decision. So many discussions that we have as a department, how these 8 awards are going to be given out. And just to explain a bit, it's basically a C grade award for girls and boys, B grade, A grade, and then an overall award for a sports boy and sports girl. It's been a very good year for West Island sport. I'd like to thank all the staff and parents that come and get involved in that. And every student here that you see, they've shown a great attitude in PE lessons, because that's the foundation of what we do. And that helps them, and it also passes on to the rest of the group and the whole school. So, without further ado, the C grade sports award goes to, for the boys, Lorenzo Crockery, for his achievements in representing West Island at a high level in cross-country, athletics, swimming, football, biathlon, and some of those as captain. For the girls at C grade, Hayley Lai, and she has represented West Island in netball, rugby, swimming, athletics, biathlon. She's committed to both school and external training, and always tries to improve her personal performance. In the B grade, sports girl, Anastasia Choi, again a real high-level netball player, and she's represented West Island at netball and at Hong Kong level, and she's also represented West Island at athletics, and she's doing exceptionally well at GCSE PE. Maxine Castor, for middle school, for a B grade, he's represented West Island basketball, rugby, cross-country, athletics. He's overcome injury problems, and again he's also doing very well in GCSE PE. In the A grade, Lucia Bolton, again with great attitude in PE, and she's represented Hong Kong at rugby, netball, and she always helps out with some of the lower teams, and she's also part of the athletics squad. Alessandro Sistermans gets the boys A grade one, very versatile. He always gives 100%. He's represented West Island School in rugby, football, cross-country, athletics, and indoor rowing. And Oriane Guido, she is the outstanding girl student for this year, and her main achievements have been in swimming. She's represented Hong Kong as a medalist in adult swimming, and she's in Division 2 for the girls swim competition, Division 1 athletics and cross country, and has done a very good job as a captain. The outstanding sports boy, Clayton Gibb, in recognition of the sports he's taken part in, athletics, cross-country, and recently the football, the captain of the junior football team that won the competition. And really, actually, you see Clayton in front of you, he's represented West Island at cross-country for so long. We go to Fan Lane, we run around the golf course. When he was in year 7, they actually had to cut the grass so you could see him. Really, he's been an exceptional athlete throughout his 7 years at West Island, so congratulations.
Good morning. It's my great pleasure to welcome up to the stage the pre- and post-16 science nominees. First of all, for the pre-16 science prize, Gia Georgie. This is in recognition of her going above and beyond her normal classroom learning, her intellectual curiosity and her engagement in questioning. The second prize goes to Seychelle Rowe. This is in recognition of her incredible results as she begins her GCSE science course. What separates Seychelle from the others is her attitude to dealing with complexity and her intrinsic motivation to make connections. Next, in Year 11, Gareth Choi. This is in recognition of his sophisticated grasp of science process skills. Gareth has been ambitious in seeking opportunities to extend his learning both in school and as far as Imperial College. Jocelyn Sue, also in Year 11, in recognition of her rare capacity to blend scientific creativity with critical thinking skill. Madeleine Wong, this is in recognition of her excellent attitude in science. Maddie embodies the approaches to learning framework and uses all these skill clusters to maximise every science learning opportunity. And for post-16, first of all, the biology prize to Kyle Keller. This is in recognition of his passion and his authenticity throughout his IB biology learning journey. He has also generously extended his expertise to help the learning of others in the Science Support Club. And for chemistry, Francesca Chung. She is an exceptional IB higher level chemistry student. Her hard work and her inquiry skills reflect passion and great curiosity. And for physics, Ryan Wan. Throughout his course, he has been questioning in every aspect, and he has got a very deep understanding of the physics course. And finally, the Lane Memorial Science Prize. This goes to Rachel Can. Rachel is a scholar. She is a thinker, she's a designer. Her commitment to the Science Support Club this year has meant high impact peer support for all that she has come across. She does everything with poise and with grace. Well done to all.
Good morning. Could I please invite the winners of the Technology Award? The first award is the Year 11 Computer Science Award, which goes to Tanushree Banerjee in recognition of her exceptional skills in programming and her contribution as a digital leader. The Year 13 Computer Science Award goes to Jeff Kim in recognition of his excellence in problem solving and his computational thinking. The Year 13 Design Technology Award goes to Ying Lee in recognition of her outstanding skills in all areas of design and her ability to motivate others. The Year 10 Engineering Award goes to Kanamai Kanapan in recognition of her diligence and determination to produce engineering work of the highest quality. The Year 12 Engineering Award goes to Callum Donald in recognition of him engaging in all activities in an exemplary manner. Year 11 Food Technology Award goes to Yuki Wong in recognition of her consistent demonstration of excellence in colouring skills, planning and organisation. The Year 11 Graphics Award goes to Hayley Lai in recognition of her quality design, perseverance and hard work. Year 11 Resistant Materials Award goes to Noah Horsley in recognition of his diligence and determination. The Year 11 Textiles Award goes to Gabrielle Brophy in recognition of her ability to fuse traditional craft and modern textiles techniques. The Outstanding Student and winner of the Patrick Lau Award for Technology goes to Goy Densok in recognition of her mastery of all aspects of design and continuously producing outstanding work.
And clearly I don't see myself up on that list. Where you wanna go, and what you wanna risk. I know the reason somebody needs us. So sick with it all. So fairy tale bliss.
with singers and the Year 10 IQSSE music class. That's a fantastic performance. Mr. Orlando, so much energy there, it's incredible, thank you very much. I'll just say a huge thank you to Mr. Orlando and Mr. Jolly, and also to Locke and Michael as well, for all the music that they have actually put on for us for the entire year so far. Big round of applause for them, please. So this is the saddest moment for me, is when I say goodbye to 4 students that have helped me massively in terms of, well, just living, breathing, and teaching and learning at West Island School. I actually feel quite sad actually about talking about them leaving and moving on, and when I was writing their citations, I just had tears running down my cheek. It was very sad. So I'm actually gutted to now say goodbye to 4 wonderful students. First of all, Serena Chen, stand up. Serena, you have been the calming influence in this group. Our Monday meetings, I have not coped without you. When you're late to meeting, I always wonder how am I going to live without you? You have been passionate, considerate, determined, and everything you do right until the last minute, the scavenger hunt that you put on for every single student at the school has been phenomenal. So thank you very much, Serena. You have been outstanding. C'était un très grand plaisir de travailler avec vous et je ne sais pas ce que je vais faire maintenant comme vie et je veux dire félicitations pour l'avenir, pour l'université et merci bien, merci bien. Megan Wells, well, she has been fantastic. Representing you, the student body, in your student voice. She has been forthright, forthcoming, and just absolutely exceptional in representing what you have got to say about us as a school and how to make things even better. Megan, you are phenomenal. Today, it's just been lovely. Your thoughts, your lovely notebook that you always bring with you, and that you just make little notes, and then you just look at me in despair thinking, how are you coping, Mrs. Craig? And Megan, thank you so much for everything you've done, giving your support to me. Thank you. Aaron Kembion. So, Aaron, on a serious note, you from day one when I joined West Island, I knew that you would be the head student of the future and also a fantastic role model and a leader. You've got great things coming to you. Your lunchbox, you need to sort that out with everyone, but your energy, your tenacity, your fire to make things happen, you've been fantastic. The Year 7 Big Bash would not have happened without you telling me what to do. So thank you, Aaron, for everything you have done. Thank you, the 4 head students of this year. They want the last word, as always, so I'm going to pass it over for the last words to you as the head student team of this year to introduce our new 4 leaders.
So these are our final words before we go. We're just going to say a couple words about our new head students. So could you guys come up to the side of the stage, please? She shows a quiet confidence and brings team enthusiasm and determination, a real asset to the leadership of the school. Also, she'd really like it if you guys talk to her.
Alessandro will bring people together through his enthusiasm. He is also ambitious and will always aim high. He will bring a lot of energy to this team and provide a different perspective on things.
Sean is a compassionate yet calm and composed individual and will ensure that he will bring a strong sense of creativity and open-mindedness to the role.
Evie is a very motivated individual who is considerate and positive. She'll bring optimism to her brand new role. And as head students, we would like to do one last thing. As a whole school, we'd like to take one selfie with you guys. So if everyone's up to it, we're going to shut this down.
Students. Serena Chen.
Wishing the best to our departing dynasty leaders and also welcoming in the new breed. If we could hold our applause until the end of all the dynasties, that would be appreciated. This is in recognition of outstanding work as part of the school's dynasty program. Victor Tan, Hand Deputy Dynasty Leader. Molly O'Neill, Hand Dynasty Leader. Dia Sasha, Hand Dynasty Leader. Iroh Park, Ming Deputy Dynasty Leader. Victoria Lawrence, Ming Dynasty Leader. Ryan Wan, Ming Dynasty Leader. Haley Lai, Qing Deputy Dynasty Leader. Cameron Carmichael, Qing Dynasty Leader. Shona Donald, Qing Dynasty Leader. Cicely Chow, Song Deputy Dynasty Leader. Isabel Duggan Redford, Song Dynasty Leader. Derek Poon, Song Dynasty Leader. Natasha Tate, Tang Deputy Dynasty Leader. Rose Lorison, Tang Dynasty Leader. Neil Saladragani, Tang Dynasty Leader. Dipanshu Vira, Yuan Deputy Dynasty Leader. Tanya Dar, Yuan Dynasty Leader. And she's absent today, Jenny Jones, Yuan Dynasty Leader. Can we have a big round of applause for her? So a big thank you on behalf of Mr. Madden and myself and the rest of the school, the students, the staff, to those dynasty leaders who've done a fantastic job. We welcome in a whole new set of dynasty leaders this year. We've actually expanded the number because the quality was so high. So I have a list of the new dynasty and deputy dynasty leaders for each of the dynasties. If you could hold your applause to the end of each dynasty, that would be appreciated. For Han, we have dynasty leaders Maria Bickley, Oriane Gilon, Anjali Pemilani, Deputy Dynasty Leader Raphael Labor, and Deputy Dynasty Leader Hannah Risby. That's Han Dynasty. For Ming, Dynasty Leaders Hannah Lane, Anjali Mehta, Natalie Law, and Deputy Dynasty Leaders Aisha Vora and Sasha Watkins. For Ching, Dynasty leaders Zach Skeet, Joelle Tan, Christy Chung, and Deputy Dynasty leader Christy Yim and Robert Carpenter. For Song, Dynasty leader Ananya Vishwanath, Sydney Lai Gaji Joshi, Deputy Dynasty leader Radhika Somasandar, and Charlotte Adams. For Tang, Dynasty leaders Ethan Grantham, Angela Cantlin, Tom Ho, and Deputy Dynasty leader Maria Bateman, Aisha Lafaro. For Yuan, Dynasty leaders Leanne Jamieson, Lola Cheng and Chavaria, Lucia Bolton, Deputy Dynasty leaders Nicholas Chung and Nika Shah. Again, on behalf of Mr. Madden and myself, we wish all the new Dynasty leaders and Deputy Dynasty leaders the best of luck, and one last big round of applause for our
Okay, before I announce the Pre-16 awards, I would like to acknowledge Sophie Gowan and Ayush Kumar first as our current Pre-16 student leaders. Sophie and Ayush were the student leaders of Pre-16 this year. Now this is not the most visible role, but is becoming integral to the work that the Guidance and Achievement team do, as well as the West Island school community. They are sat on the PTA Council, supported and led student voice, welcomed our current Year 7s and new students to West Island this year, and then been involved in the recruitment and appointment of new staff and student leaders. I would like to thank them for their time, their honest feedback, and a willingness to support everything that we do in Pre-16. Thank you, Ayush and Sophie. For those who are applying for the student leader role this year, we have an even greater number applied than last. Those of you who put yourselves forward should be congratulated. All the letters we received were high quality, and the shortlisted candidates, the preparation and consideration that went into the interviews was quite frankly incredible. However, as always, we had to make a very difficult decision to select our new Pre-16 student leaders. And like the Dynasty leaders, we've expanded the team based on the quality of the applicants that we had. The successful students this year will be a team of 3 and are Brian Lee, Pearl Ung, Sophia Tabernacle Thompson. Congratulations to you all. For the Pre-16 awards, please join me in congratulating Student of the Year for Year 7, Arthur Ewan Pritchard, in recognition of his excellent efforts. In recognition of his excellent efforts in all his subjects, an infectious level of enthusiasm for every single day, always kind, thoughtful, and ready to help others. Arthur completed a very memorable performance in the Christmas concert. Well done, Arthur. Student of the Year for Year 8, Samantha Ung, in recognition of her commitment to the values of whiz, compassion for others, and dedication to service work. Student of the Year for Year 9, Leah Green, in recognition of her outstanding work across the school. Leah is a fantastic student who fully embodies the spirit of whiz. She is highly motivated and committed to achieving academic excellence. Her balanced approach is evidenced by the fact that she is a finalist for the Young Writers Award. Compassionate, mature and diligent, Leah is thoroughly deserving of this award. Student of the Year for Year 10, Christy Yim, in recognition of her amazing involvement in all facets of school life, from extracurricular activities to tutor responsibilities and her involvement in school productions and sports. Christy has a brilliant work-life balance. Through being exceptionally organised, her enthusiasm and positively is only rivaled by her humility. Student of the Year for Year 9, Andrew Asco, in recognition of his representation of the student body. Andrew is popular with his peers and was elected by the group to be this year's tutor representative. He is trusted by his peers to make decisions that are in their best interests. More recently, he stepped up and volunteered to speak on behalf of his dynasty for the graduation ceremony. And finally, overall Pre-16 Student of the Year is Tiffany Chung. In recognition of her sustained commitment and dedication to West Island and the wider community, Tiffany works actively with young people in local schools and other charitable organisations and does this without seeking accolades. Her academic success is exemplary and she takes time to join in with sporting and creative activities. She is polite, positive and thoroughly deserves this award. Congratulations.
Award winners to the stage, please. As they come to the end of their time in West Island, I am, as ever, astonished by how far all of our Year 13s have come and how much they've accomplished. But no matter how many times I ask, Mrs. Craig wouldn't give me more than 3 awards. So may I present our most outstanding Post-16 students. Hamid Bhatia, in recognition of his enormous contribution to the life of the school and the wider Hong Kong community through his music, as well as being a consistently wonderful role model to young people. Georgia Clayton, in recognition of her outstanding work as the leader of Student Voice, her excellent work on the Events Council and Circle and Water Committee, and being an inspiring role model to young people for her perseverance and hard work. And Olivia Wilcoxon, in recognition of her powerfully important work promoting student mental health and well-being. Olivia is humble and hard-working, but always full of fun and a fantastic team worker. Thank you.
Can we ask Georgia to do another lap? Theory of knowledge is, of course, at the core of IB. The award is presented to Georgia Clayton in recognition of her being the epitome of a TOK student, open-minded, engaged, perspicacious and principled. Congratulations.
Good morning again. So I have the pleasure of awarding the Pre-16 CAS Awards to Mr. Madden, who will be awarding the Post-16. If I could ask the award winners to the stage. The first award for Pre-16 CAS goes to Finlay Murchie in recognition of his outstanding commitment to CAS, rock school, Thursday morning running, black sling, Friday fitness, track, scouts, swimming, guitar lessons. Finlay is also the first to volunteer for dynasty-related events and always offers to help with organising students on sports days and similar dynasty-related and CAS-related events. Well done to Finlay. Second award winner goes to Madeline Scott in recognition of her true grit and determination to do her best at every task in front of her. Maddie is an inspiration to others as she participates in multiple events and sports clubs and has shown tenacity and commitment in all the aspects of her school life. She works extremely hard and refuses to let any barriers get in her way of her personal goals. Her willingness to give her time is a testament to Maddie's selflessness and collaborative engagement. Well done, Maddie. And finally, for the Pre-16, for Christy Yim, in recognition of her consistent dedication to the performing arts through Circle in the Water, school productions and momentum performances, her active involvement in a broad range of extracurricular activities and dynasty activities. Well done to the Pre-16 award winners. Big round of applause. And now I'll pass on to Mr. Madden for the Post-16.
Thank you. There is an incredible amount of development and achievement going on here at West Island School. The following students have gone above and beyond to develop themselves outside of the classroom via our CAS programme. I have the deepest respect for the efforts that these 3 students put in to develop themselves in all areas of school life. Our first student, Serena Chen, in recognition of her integrity, generosity and embodiment of kindness. Serena is hardworking, selfless student who has fully embraced the CAS programme. She is engaged in a wide range of activities, demonstrated and developed a vast range of skills. Her work with the Hong Kong Blind Society last year has been outstanding, where she was a student leader. She impressed with high levels of maturity and leadership and is well respected as a role model to our younger students who have now taken on this activity. Serena still drops by to offer her support and experience, which is really nice to see. She has also demonstrated another key feature of CAS, reflection. Serena has clearly enhanced her personal, interpersonal development whilst purposefully reflecting on all areas of her experience. Well done. Aaron from the Army. In recognition of his outstanding work, Aaron always goes the extra mile. Aaron has excelled through our CAS programme. Whether it is coaching hockey, being part of our connections team, or leading from the front as our student leader, as a head student, he always brings a high level of enthusiasm, commitment, which is infectious and ensures that his experiences are above and beyond. And he always carries out these experiences to a high standard. Aaron has an excellent work ethic and is a role model to the students here at West Island School. Coco Love. In recognition of her excellent engagement in the school's CAS programme, Coco is a modest learner and is engaged in all areas of CAS. Coco has produced an extremely broad and balanced CAS portfolio that she has shown significant amounts of commitment to. Her CAS involvements can be found both inside school and outside school. Her enjoyment of connections as a new student to WIS has helped Coco embrace the WIS community. Coco has embraced all opportunities that CAS aims to bring here at West Island School. Well done. Congratulations to those two students, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Madden and Mr. Harding. I would now like to welcome our guest speaker, Akansha Hazari. She graduated from West Island School in 2000 and left for Princeton University to study politics with a certificate in Near Eastern Studies. Amongst her many achievements, Akansha was honored by former President Bill Clinton with $1 million to implement NPINI, the winning solution of the whole Global Case Challenge in 2011, which challenged students globally to develop a business model that could bring access to clean water and sanitation to 100 million people living in urban slums. Akansha is also a Cambridge University alumnus, a Shoka Fellow and a former competitive squash player, ranked in the top 20 juniors internationally, amongst others. Akansha won the Holt Prize 2011, awarded by President Bill Clinton, and received the Vital Voices Economic Empowerment Award 2016 from Secretaries of State Hillary Rodham Clinton and Madeleine Albright, that is recognized by US Senate Resolution 418.
Thank you very much for this honor, and I actually want to thank my parents as well, because I wouldn't have had the opportunity to go to West Island School without them. It is especially meaningful for me to be here back at West Island School, and I actually remember spending so many hours here as well. My secondary school years were some of my most memorable and certainly formative. My closest and oldest friends are still the friends I made at West Island. And I have wonderful memories spent here, of time spent here in and outside the classroom. The teachers I most valued during my time here were the ones who made it interesting and challenging. Mr. White, Mr. Dyer, and Mr. Agnew are some of the teachers I recall most fondly. I don't think they're still here today. Being a relatively small student body at the time, I also really valued the very close-knit culture of West Island School. To be honest, I was not your stereotypical or stereotype of the star student. And I'm not sure if many teachers at the time would have bet on me being the one receiving the alumni award today. I was awkward. For a few years, I was bullied. I often struggled to pay attention in class. I was this weird combination of an athlete and a nerd, which meant I really didn't fit neatly into any clear social circle. I didn't do the usual things teenagers did, like going out, school trips, or parties. So if you feel like a misfit right now, don't worry, things get a lot better. What I did do during my time at West Island was work very hard on things that mattered to me. Whether in the classroom or in the library, I read multiple books every week. At lunchtimes, I either trained, practiced for debating competitions, or volunteered at the hospital down the road. After school, I commuted nearly 2 hours every day to the National Sports Institute in Shatin, trained for 2 to 3 hours, and did my homework on the commute home. Weekends and holidays were very much the same, otherwise I was traveling for competitions. I chose to spend my time this way, and I loved every second of it. It was and still is very important to me that I use my time well. And that is my first key message to all of you. Don't take time for granted. It is finite. And none of us know exactly how much we will be lucky enough to have. Use every day well, learning, improving, and contributing. And the time you have now in school, at this age, is the most flexible you're going to have to discover, experiment, and learn new things and about the world. My second message is that the world is becoming an increasingly more competitive and complex place than it has ever been before. You're going into a world where many of the jobs that existed even when I graduated are being automated by technology, which means that simple good grades and rote learning are less relevant and definitely not enough. Creativity, leadership, innovation, entrepreneurship, communication, and people skills are increasingly more valued. You're also going into a world where we face really big political, social, and environmental problems that you and I are going to have to figure out how to solve to secure a future for ourselves and our kids one day. So it's really important that we choose professions that contribute towards solving these big problems and not simply chasing the biggest paycheck. Is there an issue you care about? Write about it in your local newspapers, or start a movement like the students in the US are at this very moment to change gun legislation. See a problem? Try to build a product or a service that solves it. Learn how to sell. Sales is a skill that is going to help you with everything from a job interview to building a company. Interact with people from many backgrounds to learn how to bring people with different worldviews and opinions together. Volunteer to understand the challenges that others face, and think of ways that you could improve their lives. Finally, I've learned with time that happiness comes from living with a purpose, positive personal relationships, and being grateful. We all are incredibly lucky to be educated at West Island School, with the great teachers, infrastructure, and programs that we have had at our disposal. We truly are among the privileged few. Every single person in this room is capable of achieving anything you put your mind to. Don't expect it to be easy, and don't be afraid because it isn't easy. Difficulty, risk, failure, and sacrifice are all part and parcel of any type of meaningful success. So in summary, while the popular adage is, you're never too old, I would say to everyone here instead that you're never too young. You're never too young to make a discovery. You're never too young to write a book, to go for gold, or to start a company. You're never too young to cure a disease, to fight for change. You're never too young to start a movement and change the world. Have a vision, be bold, and be productive. Make your mark, and most importantly, make a difference. Thank you.
I'd just like to say a really personal thank you for being here today and for offering those really inspiring words. And you will be very familiar with the Sustainable Development Goals, which have been set for us as a world to have reached by 2030. And they, of course, complete the aspirations of the original Millennium Goals that were set. And to be honest, having listened to your words today, I'm in no doubt, having watched your achievements, that we will achieve them. So on behalf of everybody in this room, thank you so much for coming today. share with you next is a new award this year, and it's given as a tribute to Jamie Bruno, who was a member of this community that we missed dearly and loved him whilst he was amongst us. And the prize is given in his honour as somebody who largely went about his day and his friendship by just doing and not seeking reward or favour. And this award is significant and special because no teacher has been involved in the nomination for this award. It has been nominated by students and it will be given by students. And it's an award which is for students to recognise somebody in our community who's supported, who has succeeded in demonstrating our values, and they have gone unnoticed. And when we asked the young people in the community to recognise somebody that they felt fitted this category, we had 35 nominations. Dania Bassine was somebody who was talked about for her tireless commitment and advocacy for feeding Hong Kong. Gayatri taking almost every opportunity to help her friends. And it was really lovely because she was described as somebody who had habitual kindness in her deeds. Ria Minglani for encouraging her peers to just get stuck in and have a go. And Natalie Law as the leader of the Street Sleepers in Hong Kong. The two people who were nominated consistently by their peers were Jason Wu and Nikki Yu, and I'd just like to welcome you to the stage now, please. Just to give you a flavour, Jason is a very proactive member of the environmental focus group. He's helped remove plastic water bottles from vending machines, he's set up environmentally friendly water fountains, continued to campaign to reduce food waste, reduced our energy consumption, and because of Jason we will have a composter in August. Nikki has been a part of the Interact Club, she plays badminton, and every breath is an act of compassion. And I really would like to congratulate and commend those two students for you for being the first recipients of the Community Award. Nishta Banapalakar, if you'd like to come to the stage, please. Yes, Nishta has been recognised for engagement in all of the school's CAS programmes. She's demonstrated her vision of what service should be. She has learned from service. She's collaborative and reciprocal. And for her, her service has been life-changing. Her capacity to make a meaningful contribution to our community and society is commendable. From UNICEF to Amnesty International to the MUN, all of it highlights her work. For me, the most poignant bits of your work have been what you've done locally for the street sleepers in Hong Kong, consistently in terms of responding to some of the most neediest members of Hong Kong's community. On behalf of the whole school, I commend you. And it gives me great honour then to present the Principal's Prize. The prize is important for many reasons, and I ask teachers to help me because this is not a prize just solely for me to give. It's a prize that everybody in the community should share and take great honour and pride in. The winner has demonstrated our West Island core values consistently throughout their school career since year 7. They are learners who are achieving their personal best and have taken ownership of what they're about to do in life. The prize winner is able to collaborate effectively, has shown determination and resilience when things don't go the way they wish. The prize winner has shown they're engaging in intercultural learning and embracing a diverse range of experiences beyond the classroom, not just by visiting other countries, but by being immersed in supporting the local community. Our head students are not eligible to receive this prize because they have already been honoured in their leadership role, but it's important to note that they have all been recommended for this prize by their teachers. Gwoon Kim was nominated for exhibiting the finest qualities of being a WISH student: tenacity, drive and humility. Rose Laurisson's approach to school is amazing. She's involved in as many CAS activities as she can, including teaching Dutch, helping students with individual needs outside of schools. We will miss her. Navya Kapoor is noted for incredible work ethic and developing her own understanding of what mastery of learning is about. She's been absolutely instrumental to leading our MUN group. Gargi and Anjali, where would we be without you for our Diwali celebrations? You are such excellent role models, Year 7 student leaders, the Connections team, Hong Kong Society for the Blind, and volunteering at an orphanage over the summer. And for the first time, a teacher nominated a team for this award. Do you remember that moment in our inter-house final at Grade A Boys 800? We saw a really incredible moment during the Inter-Dynasty Sports Day, where somebody can achieve with the right support. And through the boys' warmth, attention and care for others, and understanding of when competition matters, Tom was the rightful winner of the final event. Thank you very much to the Grade A boys. Georgia Clayton has been nominated as an outstanding student leader who's committed significant time and energy to communicating student voice and helping me and the strategic leadership team improve the school further. However, the person who has won this award has not been handed their academic achievement on a plate. They have worked hard with diligence and sweat, and because of that, they are achieving over 8 grades higher than any of our expectations. This student who is being recognised with the Principal's Award will have made the most progress from their starting point when they first entered the school. This person presents as being completely grounded in a sense of who they are, and they know what they can bring to this community. They're interested in mindfulness and have developed deep self-reflection and the ability to stay calm in a crisis. This person is passionate about the arts, but does not have a trace of their own self-importance in our community. This person has volunteered as a counsellor for children with mental and physical disability. The prize winner this year is valued for their kindness amongst their friends. This person is courageous. They talk about mental health in meaningful ways from their own personal experience and also about the challenge of talking about mental health in Asian communities. They have credibility and a sense of knowing what is right for our society. This person explored their passion of psychology through their EE, and they looked at ways in which the brain can be physically altered just by changing your thought pattern. He believes deeply in the importance and value of diversity, and he wrote this in his personal statement. I believe in having a conscience. I believe in having a conscious awareness of all aspects of life. I am awarding this person the Principal's Prize, not because they will score highly in their IB, not because they have made the most contributions, but because they have shown true balance and wisdom in their thoughts, their words, and their deeds. And that is our aim for everybody. Congratulations, Kyle Keller. And so finally, nothing in this room would be possible without the work of capable teachers. Teaching is the noblest of professions, and it makes a difference beyond what can be measured. Teachers in this room have given you considerable service, and they serve for you. And there is nothing that can be said but a sincere and heartfelt thank you. Whatever our students have achieved so far would never have been possible without your constant endeavour. I invite the students and parents of West Island School to show their thanks to all of our faculty.
Akansha again for taking the time to present the prizes today. Please accept a small token of our gratitude. Thank you.
So, that is the end of our Award Ceremony 2018.